Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about one of the most difficult things in graphic design, logo design. So why are logos so hard to design? Well, because the number one thing to keep in mind is to keep it simple. In a logo, you don't have room to break out all of your fancy graphic design tricks and wizardry. You're designing a symbol that represents so much more than just its literal interpretation. So there are a few different types of logos. You can have an icon that's representative of the product or company name, like Red Cross or Apple. Or you can have an icon that's purely symbolic and abstract, like the Nike swoosh or the Twitter bird thingy. You can have a purely typographic logo, which might just be written out in a typeface like Charity Water or Google, or the letter forms might become the unique logo itself, like eBay or Subway. And then sometimes you'll have clever logos with hidden symbols or messages, like the arrow in FedEx or the arrow going from A to Z in Amazon. So before you even think about starting to design your own logo, think about what really makes a logo successful. Draw your favorite logos freehand to get a sense of their balance and design. Look up interviews with the designers that made them to get insight into their graphic design process. So when you're finally getting started to design a logo, I like to start by writing lists of words. One list is the feelings you want your logo to portray, like friendly, happy, playful. The other is a brainstorm of any words that have to do with the company or product you're designing for. So let's say you were making a logo for a shoe company. You might write down boots, shoelaces, fashion, runway, footprints, etc. Then after that, sketch out ideas with a pencil in a real sketchbook. In my experience, I found that it works out best if you only open up Illustrator once you've sketched out a couple pretty solid concepts. Of course, the logo will change once you start perfecting it in the computer. And there are tools that Illustrator has that you just can't do by hand, but going straight to the computer too early can really just stifle your creativity. So if you're designing a typographic logo, write the words 100 ways in 100 different styles, so you really get to know the essence of the shapes and the relationships between the letters. It's going to be a lot of work, and I'm sorry, but there really aren't any shortcuts when you're learning graphic design. So besides simplicity, the other key word in logo design is flexibility. Take into account how your logo will look in full color versus one color. How will it look on a dark background versus a light background? See how it looks with text and without. Change the scale to see how it works on a business card versus on a billboard. Look at it upside down or at an angle, or try cropping it to see if it's still recognizable. Basically, stomp on it and rip it apart and put it through a Blendtec blender, and if it still holds up, you probably have a pretty successful logo. So obviously, public recognition only comes once the audience has seen the logo over and over and over again, but it's your job as a designer to anticipate this recognition and to recognize when a symbol can become iconic. So the success of your logo does have a lot to do with the quality of the thing it's representing, but if you can design a successful and flexible logo, then the thing it's representing will be perceived in a much better light. So I hope this video was useful. Logo design is only the beginning. Now you get to start figuring out font families and color palettes and all that fun stuff to build a complete brand identity. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions. Okay, I'll see you guys next time.